All right. I want to congratulate you guys. Today is Tuesday, the 15th of May. How's everybody doing today?
Fabulous.
Alrighty. Let's see. All right. Welcome, everybody. I want to congratulate you for being on today. I hope you guys had a phenomenal week. Hope you guys did what you guys were supposed to do. Hit your guys' personal goals. We just got back from Vegas. I got to hang out with the team out there. Got to spend some time with Hugh. Got to bring back some cool things with that. Right? And so I'm excited to bring some stuff in. Next week, we are going to be changing the call time from 7 to 8. All right, so let me write that down. If you guys weren't on last week, I highly suggest you get on the recording. We'll do a quick overview. So last week we went about really into plugging into the system. Okay, we're going to be doing cash flows about twice a month, and we're going to be having team only meetings twice a month. So we're going to really focus on, dialing down the cash flows and specifically focusing on building up our skills together in person. I think it's going to be very helpful for you guys. We're going to be doing negotiation study groups, cash flow, velocity banking, deal or no deal. You bring a property, come with properties, right? They might not be deals, look out and find them, just come in them, let's analyze them together. We're going to play velocity banking tomorrow. I know as a team, we haven't played it yet. So we're going to be doing that a little bit. We went into the team drives, right? You have the team drives here. We went into the different webinars, plug into the system. We're going to really be hitting that every single week. The system is already proven to work, right? And I feel like I should be hitting that a little bit more with you guys, and I apologize if I haven't. But plug into the systems, okay? Make sure you guys are in the text messaging systems. Make sure you guys are on the GroupMe app. I created a Facebook group for specifically our team. If you guys are not on Facebook yet, you need to get a Facebook, okay? I didn't have a Facebook when I started this business. Hugh made me. He demanded of me to have a Facebook group, right? Get a Facebook group. It's going to really help us stay in tune with each other. It's really going to help us share ideas, keep each other accountable, share events. I just put the Chris Wilson flyer for this Saturday in Sacramento. We have an event in Sacramento this Saturday. Send it out to your friends, send it out to your people, okay? So we went over that. We went over the Facebook group, Central Valley, the Money Matrix, okay? The different webinars. You guys were on the webinar last night. They're having the Helios coming out. The price is increasing. Not on the 28th of May anymore, on the July 1st. So let me see. So you have So you have Helios coming on the 28th. This is basically like a software specifically for the back office of Vernatus, okay? If you guys did not catch that webinar, you can go into your back office under corporate documents or trainings, I believe it's recorded webinars for founders webinars. Take a look at that. But the big thing that's coming up and what's really helping bring people onto the team and to drive sales is the price increase. Because when I got started with this group, I believe there's only 30 classes. There's now almost 60 classes, and there's never been a price increase. Okay, so on July 1st, everything's going up from 500 to 5K. So the extreme combo is going to be 25K. I believe the advanced will be 85, and then the essential will be 25. So if you guys got in before, you're still locked in at the price. You ain't got to worry about it. They are giving incentives. So if people are not able to get in before the price increases, if we pay this in full, it will still be $20,000. So if you have to do billing within the company, it's going to be the 25 G's. If you're able to pay in full, which we've all have the resources to do that as long as we're creative, you'll still get at the 20,000. Okay, that's something you guys need to look at. If you're essentials, you want to get in before the price increases. You might want to upgrade and get in the AIT. This is the big thing that's going to help grow our business. Okay, we're out in Vegas. The team is growing over there specifically because the prices increase. I'm pretty sure I have a guy who's going to be paid cash for the 20,000 package. Now, why is that important? Because you're saving them. People want to save money more than anything. You know, everybody you see goes that buy one, get one half off. You're still spending the extra money. You're not saving anything, right? But that's just the logic that we have, okay? And the people you guys are bringing in is the more increase you're going to have in your business. There's more people out there looking at real estate. That's more networking. That's more resources, okay? So really look at that. You know, I just want you guys to be aware of that. What else? Let's see what else we got going on today. So you have the team drive. We're going to be, so tomorrow, what to be careful of or what to be aware of. So we are going to be doing tomorrow, same place, same time. We're going to be doing deal or no deal. So this is what I said. Make sure you guys are bringing properties tomorrow that we can analyze them together. Exercise, exercise, exercise. Repetition, repetition, repetition. Okay? We're going to be focusing on that, growing our skills together in an environment where it's just us. Okay? We're going to be doing deal or no deal. What else? We're going to be practicing. We'll do some role playing, talking to sellers and talking to people. Okay. And then I think if we have time, I'm going to slide in velocity banking. If not, we're going to be focusing on these two things and also Q&A. Okay. So this is where I want some participation. What do you guys want to see specifically tomorrow? It's going to be just the team. So there's not going to be any guests. Okay. What do you guys want to get out of it? What do you want to get to make sure it's worth your time and make sure you're growing? Pat, oh, hi, Miss Pat. I'm so good to see you. I've been praying. Pat's been having some medical problems, so everybody, you know, make sure you have Pat in your prayers. But I'm so glad to see you online. So tomorrow, deal or no deal. What we're gonna do is be running numbers. You know, we're gonna be going over the ARV. We're going to show you how to go over them quickly so you can just bang, 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 make your offers. We're going to be looking at your level of activity, what you're doing on a weekly basis, weekly success reports. I'm going to probably bring these worksheets that help. I've been implementing the last couple weeks. Weekly success reports been really helping me out. Something I'll probably bring in for you guys as well. Me and Mark have been going through an ATM training every Friday from 7 to 3. I know Kathy's on it. Hugh is running the New York office. So it's called Advanced Training Marketing. So we're going to be taking some of the stuff from that and, you know, bring it in the upcoming weeks. But we're really going to start hitting home, guys. I mean, I'm really going to start dialing things in, really trying to build ourselves up, build our skills up collectively together because we got to get some deals going, man. It's just a hot market right now. There's a lot of opportunity out there. And there's no reason why you shouldn't be knocking out no deals, okay? There's no reason why you shouldn't be bringing people to our cash flows or driving them to the meetings or making offers. You know, all you got to do is go through your classes and plug in the system. System works. It's one of the few companies that actually show you how to systemize your business, right? I don't want you to rely on me. I love doing these calls with you guys. I love helping you guys out. But the system is where it's at, right? Being a product of the product. So you like to know how to get money for the deals, okay? That's not a problem. Money's not a problem. Trust me. If you guys bring me a deal, I will fund the deal for you. Now, if I don't have the automatic resources, we can still find the money. Trust me. I was just in Vegas talking to one of Lonnie Nada. She got 3 deals going on, showing me how she's funding them, and she's going to give me a list of private investors within the community. Okay. Money's not what you guys need to worry about. You know, I know that's like a subconscious thing. It was a big thing, you know, that kind of held me back. Like, man, you know, I just don't know if I could perform. Leverage the system. The first couple of deals, I'm going to help you out, and you're going to get for experience, right? More than anything. But we want to focus on the activity, not the results, right? And I know you guys heard me talking about that. I'll still show you how to find money, though. It's in your classes. But we'll still show you the right way, you know, kind of go over it broadly. But if you have a good enough deal in this market, it's so competitive. The hard money lenders are just dropping their rates because of how many deals and how competitive it is out there right now. Okay. So we're going to be going over deal or no deal. We're going to be going role playing, speaking with sellers, speaking networking. Okay. Kind of like an accountability, right? Pizza sounds good. I do not mind pizza. You guys know that, right? I'm definitely in for some pizza. What else? What else do you guys want to see from these? Because I know we don't, you know, because we'll be doing them every other week. I actually forgot Chris Wilson was coming up this Saturday, or else we probably would have had a cash flow. But I feel it's super important that we start building each other up at a faster pace. Okay. Tomorrow, so instead of tomorrow at Cash Flow, Pat, we're going to be just running a team-only meeting in person, working on deals and role-playing and stuff like that. But Saturday, so you have, let me see. So tomorrow is Wednesday. That's good. Tomorrow is Wednesday. We're going to be having, in Manteca, Pat, in Manteca. We're going to be having the meeting for just the team. And then Saturday is Chris Wilson. Now, he is somebody you guys do not want to miss. I believe last year in the first quarter alone, his company did $300 million. He's one of the first investors who started wholesaling. He's been investing for 30 years. All right. Will what be online? Tomorrow, I do not have that technology capacity yet. Oh, Chris, yeah, he'll be on. I think in New York though. So I posted in New York. So this will be in SAC. New York, Mitch Nelson is going to be there. That's a really good training to be on. Mitch Nelson did $350,000 in the marketing and I think $400,000 in real estate. And then ATL in Atlanta, Chris Albin will be there. Chris Wilson is online. Check your guys' calendar. Everything's in the calendar. Everything I'm telling you guys is in the calendar. You know, I don't get any special treatment. I know Pat was saying she was struggling with her calendar. That's something we're going to have to work on together. The meeting tomorrow is at 7 o'clock on Wednesday. Every Wednesday it's going to be at 7 o'clock. Now, remember, our Tuesday calls, I'm going to move them starting next week to 8 p.m. And the reason why is we really want to focus on plugging into the system. We really want to focus on plugging into the system. So on Mondays, like last night, we have the founders webinar at 7 p.m. And then on Tuesday at 7 p.m., Renatus' coach does a real estate webinar. First 30 minutes, he trains you on a specific subject. Then the next 30 minutes is Q&A about anything you want. That's a very good webinar, and I do not want for us to be, for our call to be at that time. It's not okay. So remember that. Remember, we have a Facebook group. If you guys are not on our Facebook group, plug in. It's called the Alpha Army. Okay. We're going to be doing that. Mondays, you have the webinar. Tuesdays, you have the webinar. You guys should have the team drive. If not, there will be recordings. There's YouTube recordings of all these calls. So we're going to be moving the call next week. Chris Wilson is online. You can share the link. I think all you have to do is pay for it, and then you're able to share it. Just read the descriptions, take a look at it. We could possibly do live chat. That's something we'll definitely look at tomorrow. Okay. So team playing, role playing. I know you're saying a little bit about the velocity banking. That's something we might have to do another week. The velocity banking game, because it takes at least a good 45 minutes, but you can only play with 4 people at a time. So depending on who's going to be there, it might not be effective. Really what I want to see is how are you guys maneuvering on a week-to-week basis? What are you guys doing on a daily basis in your business, right? You should be going through your classes every day, telling everybody what is it you do, that you're in real estate investing, and you should be taking action, right? Whatever you're learning, you should implement within 48 hours. Just implement. We had a good class this last week, the study group, with Hugh. He was going over the iOS. He was going on different websites you guys could be looking at. Here's how you can talk to people, how you can run numbers, okay? So that's what I want to focus on. That's what we're going to hit home on. If you need some questions answered, we can go through that. We're going to be doing some role playing, those type of things. Okay. Any questions or comments about it? So, Sam, the new drive says that we'll have to wash them from 8 to 9. It looks like for everybody. So that's something we'll talk about. It shouldn't be, if you're using my login, so remember to use my email and my name, right? Use my login and my name. It shouldn't be a problem. If I sent you the recording one, I watched it today in the afternoon. So just make sure you're logging in with my information. Really freaking good training. The drives with Woody. We're talking about networking today and how just building relationships and how it's benefited this gentleman who does over 300 deals a year just by networking, right? So one of the things, talking to people you don't know and prospecting, it's called cold marketing. Something we're going to really focus on. It feels more draining and like a job. If you guys are ever out there talking to people you don't know, it works. I just got an Uber driver in Vegas. He's going to sign up with the education. It works. Where you're going to get the most success and the greatest relationships is with the people you already know, right? And that doesn't necessarily mean people in your immediate family, but actually doing stuff for people and not expecting anything back is going to get you a lot of money in your life, a lot of relationships, rich in relationships. That's something I've really hit home with my business, but I've never systemized it like this guy has. So the training really hit me home, and it was just a really, really good training on. He would, he throws weekly, quarterly parties, monthly parties, invites 30, 50 people, and you're just keeping this warm market up. You're keeping this warm market up, and you're meeting their friends, and then you're meeting more friends. Because if you have a warm market, technically their network is now your network, right? So we have a cool little team going on right here. We could be doing a lot of deals consistently. We have the resources to do it. So go out there and find them, right? I have the lenders. I have the team. Go out there and find the deals. Just worry about making sure that your numbers are correct. You're making the right offer. If you have a deal, you're putting an offer in, send it to me. We can talk. Don't have me run the numbers for you, right? But let's start knocking stuff out. Start talking to people, okay? And come bring them tomorrow with some Q&A. Bring a couple properties, and let's do some deal or no deals, okay? Questions or comments about it? What is it, while we're here, what is it that you guys feel is what's happening in your business right now? I know sometimes it's tough. We don't meet on a weekly basis in person. That's why I really want to kind of change that up. So what is it that you're seeing? What is it that you're feeling right here in your business right now? So don't all jump up at once. I'm still struggling right now. We're trying to get a couple deals. Not all deals go great. We're working on a mobile home that we've had way too long, right? And we should sell it this month. Not everything goes according to plan, but that's okay. You're just taking action, and your confidence is going to subside, and you're going to get there, right? One of the biggest things in this business to have is confidence. Okay, and we're going to gain confidence by going through our classes together, which we're all doing, which is phenomenal. Good job. All right. Getting it going. Okay. Planning on starting door knocking on probates this week. Any recommendations? Do not go by yourself, Kathy. Bring a guy with you. Just practice a little script. I haven't done much door knocking in my time. I'm more of a lazy investor, which I'm actually going to start doing. We're going to start hitting foreclosures a lot because we need to start getting more motivated sellers. Just come with the plan, go knowing the area, go already knowing kind of what it might be worth, what it might, already kind of knowing your numbers. So you could just be on the spot when you're talking. I mean, you know what you're talking about. Okay. That's what I would recommend. Okay. For me, it's accountability. I find properties and don't take action. I think it's my confidence. I understand that. I get hit down with my confidence sometimes, but you have to practice confidence, right? I have the ATM training that me and my dad and Kathy we have this whole section on practicing confidence. Maybe that's something we'll look at. But ultimately, guys, the number one thing you should be doing in this business is taking action. The rest you could figure out. It's just taking the action. If you're taking the action, you're talking to people, you're looking at properties, maybe you make offers and it gets accepted and it's wrong, shit, we could still back out. But you're taking that confidence, you're gaining that experience, and you're going to gain confidence from taking action. You gain confidence by taking action. You're going to get, this business is a no business. I told you guys this in the beginning. You're getting 90% is going to be no, right? That's okay. Get used to that. If it's more than and they're saying yes, then you're probably making the wrong offers. But taking the action, if you're finding properties, you're taking action. Great. Now just keep going, right? Just keep going. You have that confidence in you. We all have confidence in certain areas in our life. So it's not that you're not a confident person. You're maybe not confident in your abilities, but the only way to grow that is just by taking more action. Finding the next deal and getting people to the meetings. Okay. So that's a challenge. Right now, it's a challenge to find deals in this market. That's why I leverage other people, because you have more people going boots on the ground. What I've learned in the beginning is I'm not the best marketer when it comes to actually finding specific sellers, especially in this game when you're going against people who spend $300,000 a year in mailing. It's tougher. So we have to be more creative and figure out other ways, right? I've been leveraging the iOS, skip tracing, those types of things. I leverage a lot of other investors. I just had a guy call me that I talked to. I haven't spoken to him probably a year, and he's going to send me some guy just got divorced with his parents or with his wife. Dad died. Has 50 single family houses, right? Might find a deal, might not. I just had another gentleman bring me a property in Bay Area. We're looking at 2 in the Bay Area. We're going tomorrow, and then another one on Thursday. So leverage that, right? I knew I could talk to as many more people, and I know what my strength is and what my weakness is, and just try new things. All right. Getting to the people to the meeting, then you have to look at how you're positioning yourself when you're talking to them. I just talked to a guy earlier today. It's about your belief too, right? I just talked to a gentleman. He said, "Oh, I got this appointment, and I don't know if I can make it." I was like, unless you can absolutely not change that appointment, I'd highly recommend you coming to this meeting if this is what you want to do. My conviction and that alone got him to cancel his appointment, and he's going to make it out. Okay. Showing and posturing up on people. I've had at least 5 people today ask me if this costs money. Although you're damn right it does. Do you not know we have the best services out there? But you can get started for as little as $125 a year. If you want to move up, you can. If not, no big deal. It's their loss if you say no. We know that we have the best income opportunity in the country. It's their loss. Give them those release statements. You know, it's not for everybody. You know, if you can't make it, it ain't going to bother me. I'm going to still be doing deals. I'm going to still be helping people out, changing lives and plugging in. All right. So that's also some things we're going to be training on this ATM. As Kathy and Mark, it's really good. I should have brought it up to you guys if anybody wanted to join. And that's something I got to work on, is plugging you guys into the system better. Sometimes I'm just so focused and I forget, and I apologize. That's why I'm creating this Facebook group, this GroupMe app. I want us to help each other and it not be solely on me, you know, relaying the message. All right. That's all. We all got to plug in the system and help each other. Okay. Some type of marketing I can do that doesn't cost much money. Yeah. It's called, building for events. Building for events. Now it depends if you're talking about properties or you're talking about, bringing people in on the marketing side. As far as finding properties, I connect with a lot of wholesalers. I connect with goods wholesalers, and I connect with players. And I just reach out to a lot of agents, and it takes effort. Just because you reach out to certain people and you just say, hey, this is what I do, get back with me if you ever have a deal. You know, they're still going to stick to their top tier buyers, right? You still have to stay connected. Hey, how you doing? This is what goes back to networking with people and not expecting anything back in return. You might not get something for them within 3 months, 6 months, even a year. But if you get a deal for them in 2 years, in a year and a half, right? We just did a deal with Mark Carmen. I had a wholesaler contact me, a good friend of mine, Ted out of Sacramento, had this property he got, asked if I knew anybody or if I wanted it. I don't like properties in rural areas, right? Sent it to Mark Carmen because I know that's what he buys. I literally spent maybe 30 minutes on the deal and he shot me $5,000, right? So building relationships and networking is the number one way. We were just doing a training today with the drive system with Woody. And this guy says, dude, all I do is build relationships and keep my warm market up. He has different groups of people he contacts once a month, once a quarter, and then only through text message. So it does take effort, but it doesn't cost money, right? Going to different networking events. I call a bunch of people off Craigslist, a bunch of agents, getting into the community, Sacramento's community, San Jose's community, keeping people online. I never miss an event, and I'm always building those relationships. And now people, what do? They call me because they know I show up and I show out. And it's not like, you know, but I show up, right? You know, 90% is just showing up. Okay. Oh, there, Eventbrite. Sorry, I'm not scrolling down quick enough, guys. I'm a little slow sometimes. Eventbrite. See, this is what I mean. We got to do some training. So this is, you know, stuff we can do. You know, maybe one day when we don't have an event on that Saturday, we can just do a team only training, kind of like what we did with Kevin and them, maybe online, because I know, Pat, you're out there. And you guys should just give me certain things that you guys want. I'll probably train you guys on this ATM, because this ATM is more geared to the marketing, but man, it's so effective on telling your story, talking to people, confidence, posture, how to talk to people, your audio business card. You know, I assist single parents in paying off their 30-year mortgage in a fraction of the time so they can spend more time with their kids. That's a specific audio business card. I help doctors or dentists invest through their retirement account so they can retire quicker to spend more time with their family. Right? Just stuff like that. So these are things that I need to work on, you know, by putting it more together. We need to focus on building each other up. You know, I'm getting it. I'm coachable. You know, so that's where it's going to be good with the Facebook, with each other. You know, staying in tune on the GroupMe app, staying in tune with those type of things. Because the community is the number one thing that helps, that separates us. Okay. So That's why I say it's so important to not miss a meeting. Scott Rose says he hasn't missed a Super Saturday in over 8 or 9 years. Most of my friends know. I know some of us work, but like, don't make events on Saturday. I won't be able to make them. I work Monday through Saturday. We could do something on Sunday. If not, I can go drop off a gift on Friday afternoon. You know, like this weekend is my buddy's baby's first birthday. So we're going to figure something out that works both for us. But, you know, if you don't work this business isn't going to work for you. Okay. So we just got to plug in, take action, right? Which we're doing. We're going through our classes. That's the number one thing. Go through your classes. Number two thing is tell everybody what you do. I cannot tell you how many people I got in Vegas just by talking to them. Got them to. So that's the other great thing about this business where we're set up is, you know, make it around what you know, how can I turn this into a money-making activity instead of just going to cost me? You know, everybody has an opinion on real estate. Everybody has an opinion on real estate. This Uber driver thought he knew everything about real estate. Turns out he didn't know much. We invited him out, and he's for it because we have a great system. Okay, I have this guy who makes tons of money, but he doesn't have the knowledge we have. He said $20K, that's all you guys charge? Well, it's actually going up to 25 in July. Right? Go through your classes. We have the best thing out there. Okay? Just focus on connecting with people. And don't be afraid to connect to people, your warm market. Like, hey, dude, like, you don't know anybody who needs to sell their house. You guys don't know anybody who has a 30-year mortgage that they would like to pay off in a fraction of the time. You're helping them. You're doing them a disservice if you don't tell them. All right? How are people going to know to come with you if they don't know what you do? So level activity, the success reports is going to be good. What else? What else you guys got? I really want you guys, like, whatever you guys need help with, just let me know. And I'll try to systemize it so it's effective, right? Because I still got to grow the business too. You know, we still go through our struggles. We're still getting it. Okay, but don't worry about the money. We got the money. Don't worry about the workers. We got the workers. Worry about talking to people, finding properties. You know, how many vacant, you know, do you guys always look at vacant houses whenever you see them? Do you guys write it down? Right? You know, we're probably actually going to do tomorrow, maybe do a little Renatus iOS training. If you guys went through the classes this week, you went over the Renatus iOS. It's a little bit updated compared to when they did the class, right? The Renatus iOS, we use it's a huge system that we're implementing. But I still notice most of my deals is coming from relationships, right? So, you know, you guys have friends at work. You guys have friends at work you talk shop with. This should be the same thing in real estate. I have, you know, a handful of people I talk to on a daily/weekly basis just about real estate. Hey, what are you seeing out there? What do you got going on? What's working for you? What's not working for you? You know, how you posture your confidence, right, is a big thing. That's going to give the people confidence. If you have confidence, you give the people confidence in them as well, right? That's something we went over when we had Kevin's training. If you're not exuberating confidence, they're not going to be confident in working with you. So that is something we should practice and work on, which we can. Everything has to be a direct focus on how to grow. But what you focus on is how you feel, and it's what's going to expand, right? You ever notice like, oh, I don't want this to go wrong, don't want this to go wrong, and then it goes wrong. Okay, so we have to focus on growing our confidence. We have to focus on the activity and the outcome that's the good outcome, not what could go wrong. It could always be worse, trust me. You guys should have seen me when I started. It was horrible. Oh my goodness gracious. You guys probably wouldn't have worked with me, right? But you just keep working at it. It's fine. We're in a marathon together, right? And when you guys look back after you're doing a couple deals, you're making some good money, you're just going to just smile because you know what? It was all worth it. The journey is definitely the fun part. Still in it right now. You know, I don't think there's ever a destination. I don't think I could ever retire. It's fun. All right. So that's what we're going to focus on tomorrow. So be there, come out. And let's just get this shit done, man. It's simple. It's easy. It's easy, right? And also be very aware of how you talk to yourself. We are our worst critic. This is something that took me very long to get on, and that's another reason why I say focus on the positive, not the negative, especially to our self-talk. Our self-talk will absolutely ruin us. This game is 100% mental. Don't be so hard on yourselves, but you guys are going to feel the happiness from the progress. You guys are going to feel the happiness from taking action. Hey, man, I put in my first offer this week. Hell yeah, dude. Let's go celebrate. Let's go get a beer. All right? Celebrate your successes, no matter how small, no big. And celebrate your learning experiences as well. All right? Thoughts, questions, or comments before we get into, so I went over, we're always looking for property people, lean on each other. Accountability. I have an accountability partner. I told you guys we should have accountability with each other. And if you need, I can do, 10 minutes, 15 minutes a week with you guys starting now. If we have to do more, we could do that. I just have to schedule it in. So it's not that I wouldn't. I just have to schedule everything in. So what I'm going to probably have to do, I'm going to write that down. I'll do like a team calendar or something if you need help with something, or I just need to schedule it in. That's all. That's really what it comes down to. I'm very particular in what I'm supposed to be doing, because if not, I'll be all over the place. You guys want to see me, right? And what I've been learning, why I've been kind of going off, is concentration. So the definition of a genius is somebody who can concentrate extremely well. I learned that from Woody. And so if we just spend that hour and just concentrate, you're going to be way more effective than you 2 hours on social media, doing this here, doing that there, right? So that's another thing that's been helping me, right? I'm always trying to, I'm always on the struggle with you guys, okay? So I think that's something I'm going to do too. I'll do a team calendar. If you guys want to do an accountability call with me, okay? I know sometimes I can be unapproachable. It's not that. I just want you guys to get out of your own ways, because that's what I know works best. Okay, you should have seen Hugh whooping my ass over the last couple of days. I thought I was doing okay, and he would start listening to my phone calls, and I was like, "Oh, sorry, I guess but I'm coachable, But it took me thousands and thousands of phone calls to even get to where I'm at. So write this down. What you lack in skill, you make for up in numbers. Okay, what you lack in skill, you make up in numbers. Right? So just get out there and practice. That's all we're doing. It's just practice. We're just practicing. Okay? So, any thoughts, questions, or comments before we get into some fun tomorrow? Alrighty. Thank you, Miss Pat. Couldn't be where I'm at without you. So I am going to, let me see. Miss Kathy, are you ready for study group tonight? I'm going to take you off mute, so be careful. Be ready. Wasn't you tonight? It should be the second portion of the real estate foundations. Uh-oh. See, that's why we got to communicate with each other. That's why we got to lean on each other. That's why I'm excited about this Facebook group and keeping us, that's something I should communicate better with. So somebody type in the chat. Don't worry about it. Type in the chat, who went through your classes this week? And do not lie to me. I will know if you're lying. Who went through your classes?
The one Kathy has to do, or any of them?
So were you weren't on the call last week?
No, I got on last minute.
All right. So it's everybody's. So this is what I'm. No problem. So this is a good opportunity. It is. Oh my, we are all over the place. Efren's was looking at velocity banking. Okay. Okay. So guys, we have to make sure it is our responsibility what's going on. I do not do these study groups for myself, even though it's very effective. The study groups are for you guys to go through them together and help each other through them and mastermind, not to just for somebody to present and talk to the whole class. It's for us all to be engaged together. Okay, so every class, we're doing only a half a week, which is not a lot, and we're doing that so we're not overwhelmed. So whenever you guys have one class, you guys, it's your responsibility to do the other half next week, okay? And it's also your responsibility to figure out what class we're doing that week. If you couldn't make it on, we have the recordings. We now have the Facebook group, so you can ask the Facebook group. That's really a good thing why we're doing that, because if you have any questions or uncertainty, if you're uncertain, it's your job to be certain. Because if you're uncertain about something and you're assuming things, it's just not good for your business. One of the things I used to drill my mentor questions if I didn't understand something is, if I'm not certain, how am I going to be able to do what it is I'm supposed to do? Okay, so this week we were supposed to finish up the second half of Real Estate Foundations. Efren, I'm glad you went through your class, velocity banking. That's great. That's fantastic. But I need us all to be, if you guys want to continue doing study groups, I need it to be running and flowing without me, so that you guys are, you're going through and plugging away. Okay. So this week was supposed to be the Real Estate Foundation class, which when I went, it was a really good class. It was a good reminder. Okay. So if you're not plugged into the Facebook group and you're not plugged into GroupMe, that is your guys' assignment right now. When you get off the call, do not wait, because you guys won't do it. Okay. It is your job to make sure you guys know what we're going through each week. If you don't know, ask the group, ask the GroupMe, ask everybody. And if you still can't figure out, then you ask me. Okay. Ask, be certain. Because it's not for anybody else's benefits but ourselves, right? It ain't anybody benefit but ourselves. So if we're not going through the study groups, if we're not going through the classes and we're not all on the same page, it's not a cohesive unit, and I take full blame for that. That's my fault. If you guys don't know what classes you should be going through and we're not all on the same page, that's my fault. But I'm telling you right now, make sure you're plugged into the Facebook group. Make sure you guys share, motivational quotes. Make sure you guys are sharing anything you might help in business. Do not flood it with, stuff that won't. But you have your questions, you have anything like that, let's share them, let's help each other out, because you don't ever know who's going to ask, who'll be thinking the same thing, right? So, but it's our job, it's your job to make sure you understand what it is that we're supposed to be doing on a weekly basis. Because if we're just flying through the wind, how you do anything is how you do everything. So if we're just flying through the wind, oh, I'm sure it'll be this, I'm sure it'll be okay, because nobody thinks maybe you're going to get called on, it's not okay. Right? So, guys, go through your classes. Let's make sure we're all going through our classes. Sam, if you missed it last week, I totally understand, life happens, but there is recordings, right? We have our Facebook, or we have our team drive. So I'm going to write this in the chat. It's, let me just make sure I have it, the right one. So yeah, okay. Oh, I have it on this side. So right here, guys, all write this down. Team Alpha Army. The password is 100K a month with a capital K. If you miss a class or you miss a Tuesday and you need to catch up, which you should, or you need to figure out what study group or what happened in the study group, you go to that. There's a folder. You go to the Google Drive, right? You go to the Google Drive. There's a folder. It says Tuesday calls. So let me see. I'm going to. Now, eventually, I'm going to assign somebody else to be doing it. I know Kathy said she would. We have to figure out how that works. But you go to Team Alpha Army. Can you guys still see my screen? Let's see. So you go to Team Alpha Army, okay? Now, I'm going to make this specific just for our team. I'm not going to put any information in there. You go to Google Drive. So if you guys see right here, up here in the right-hand corner, you have all these little squares and whatnot. You click on that. You go ahead and come down, and we have Google Drive right here. You're going to go ahead and click on that Google Drive. It is going to then bring up these different folders. So if you guys see right here, these are actually people who are going through my webinars. So if you want to start plugging people into the real estate webinars of going through Renatus, the links are in here. And if they show up, it's in here. That's a whole nother training. But if you see right here in this folder, let me just make this a little bigger. See this folder right here? If you double click on it, it's going to have all this different information in here. Okay. You're going to click right here. It says Tuesday recordings. I didn't put in last week, Sam, so that's my fault. You wouldn't have been able to do it anyway, right? And then you just go right here and you click on it.
I'm going to say it's going to be remember more. Improve.
See?
Right? That's one thing Toastmasters helps us with that we've noticed too. So these are a lot of things that we're implementing. We're going to tell me.
So that's all the team calls are going to be in there every week, no matter what. So there's no excuse. There's no excuse on why we should have that information. But ultimately, it's up to you to figure out that information, right? But use every resource towards possible. You know, I'm telling you, the Facebook group's really going to help us out, which is cool. I'm glad we did that. So you have the Facebook. And if you don't have one, Efren, get one. You have, it's called the Alpha Army. And then you have the GroupMe app. Guys, we're a team, man. We're a team. If you guys watched the Golden State Warriors last year, it's everybody has a pivotal part, right? We could do so much more together than individually. You're not in this by yourself, right? Let's use each other. Let's help each other out, right? If I could spend every single moment, waking moment with you guys, you know, I would, but, it just doesn't work like that. So use each other, have your questions in there. They're eventually going to get answered, okay? So stuff's in there. Use each other, right? Help each other out. I'm going to be posting a lot of stuff in there as well. So this week, remember, next week, we're doing calls at 8 p.m. because we have a 7 p.m. real estate webinar. So next week, Efren said he was going to run it. Okay. Let's look at this. So you guys also look. You come into your class, you have a great, motivational video right here. So you can see we just got a bunch of new classes. Nighting Rentals by Hugh. So if you also look here in the training, there's your webinar trainings, your webinar recordings, the coaching call webinars, which is the real estate webinar trainings. You have your money matrix. You have a lot of great stuff in just this back office alone, okay? But what we're going to look at this week is so we've done the creative acquisitions. We did the real estate foundations. We did the velocity banking. What else? Do you guys want to do, so we just watched Hugh, you know, he's a cool guy. We can do, what do you guys want to do? Credit management with Eric Counts, he's a cool instructor. It's a good class. Or self-directed IRA with Matt Swanson. What is the vote here? What do you guys want to do? Self-directed IRA. I haven't watched that class in a while. Probably be very good for me to do it. Okay. Self-directed IRA that is. Perfect. So go in there. There is only 33 videos. We will do to 1 through 17. Efren Morales will be the facilitator. Just because he's the facilitator, guys, does not mean he's going to be the only one talking or should be the only one watching it. So I'm going to help him facilitate next week so that every single person is involved. You do. I have nothing faith with you. Efren's been getting through his classes and I've been seeing a lot of growth in him. So that's really cool to see. I've been seeing a lot of growth in all of you guys. We just got to keep going. It's a little bit better a little bit every day. So I'm going to help him next week, help him facilitate it. So everybody better be on your P's and Q's. It's for you guys. It's not for anybody else, right? It's for you guys. It's not for anybody else. This is a really cool class. What you guys, just going through these classes alone puts you about over 95% of the population in this country as far as knowledge goes, right? It's cool to have academic knowledge. What about their financial knowledge? Okay. So just going through your classes and owning in on them, it's going to help your confidence. If you could tell people, hey, I just learned how to invest in real estate with my retirement account. Did you know you could do that? That's one of the number one ways Karen and Daniel Stock helps us with raising private capital. Asking people if they know that you can invest using your retirement account. Secured and insured by real estate. Tell me what stock does that. Okay. So that's what we're going to be doing. Do not miss tomorrow. Pat, if you're able and willing, we're going to try to do, maybe some type of maybe we can just do the webinar too. We might be able to just run a webinar like this with it going on and stuff like that. So that's something we're going to definitely look at. I'm not the most techie guy, but, we'll try to make it work. So tomorrow will be roundtable, same time, same place. Bring one deal. Just bring one house that you want to look at. I'm going to bring one. Everybody bring one. We'll do some role playing. We'll do some success weekly reports. Okay. All right, guys. What else you guys got anything else you want to ask me? Particularly anything you have. Right now would be the best time. There's no wrong question. What do you guys, if there's anything you guys need help with right now, let me know. We might even do the drive system tomorrow. Let's see what kind of, see what everybody is. That'll be fun. If you guys haven't seen it yet, looks like this. This is actually what I do with my one-on-one follow-up clients. I actually show them exactly. Mastering this is going to help you guys close so much business. Oh my gosh, it has helped me so much already. If you can tell that somebody is, what kind of, their dominant side is and who they are, you're going to you're going to be able to influence them in a way to move them in the direction that is needed for you to either get the deal done, to get them in, to help them. So we might even go over that as well. And also understanding who you are yourself so that you know what side to feed, right? We all have two wolves in us, right? So we might go over something like that too. So we have a lot to cover. That's why I'm saying there's a lot of trainings. Like Hugh has a bunch of trainings, so much trainings, guys. You know, I try to study at least 2 hours a day, the different trainings that we have available. Right? I know we work. I know we got to be more efficient, but we can be concentrated and we can do it. It's easy. We're coachable. We're getting it. Stink and Grow Tuesday with the team. Pizza tomorrow on Wednesday. Pat, so great to hear from you. So excited. Tell your sister I said thank you for reaching out. Kathy, thank you for running the mastermind tonight. Efren, next week. All right, so I'm going to write this down so none of you guys can say anything. Next week, self-directed Ira. By Mr. Efren Morales. Now, are any of you guys coming? Are you guys, any of you guys coming up this Saturday?
I am.
Boom, my man.
I'll be there.
I have no idea. You were cutting out. Who is that?
Efren.
You coming up?
I'm the best.
Okay, for sure. Well, I know you work on Saturdays. I mean, it is, you know, I understand. So, like you said, putting in that effort, doing what you can. Phenomenal. Sam and Amanda, Mark and Leslie. I will be up there. You know, guys, just bring a guest, man. I put a flyer out there on our Facebook group. Is there anybody that's not on our Facebook group? Pat, if you need me to send you the link, just let me know. Just give me a heads up. We'll make it happen. Is there anybody that's not in our Facebook group? I think everybody on here is.
That's fine.
Okay. So we have the Facebook group. Make sure you guys on the Netflix app. Add anybody I might have forgotten that's on the team over here. But this Saturday, Chris Wilson. This Wednesday, tomorrow, Pizza Hut. Pizza Hut party, baby. Doing deals, smiling and dialing.
Round table.
Round table, baby. All right. Well, I want to congratulate every single one of you guys for being on here. You know, set your goals for the week, small attainable goals. We'll also cover that tomorrow. And, you know, let me know if you guys need anything. All righty.
Thank you, Mr. Jose. Pat, text me back.
Pat, text Mr. Sam. Trying to get a hold of you. Okay, guys.